6, 5, 4, 3. Go, go, go! Go, go!
When I find myself in times of trouble, oh Lord, it comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Okay, so they called me up to draw the genre, and I get up there and the first thing I draw is horror film.
And that made me even more excited because the first film I ever did was horror, even though it was crappy, but whatever. And so I'm like, oh yes, so we got horror. So I like quickly, I think I messaged Joe and I'm like, you know, our genre is horror.
At first we had Ray Roberts, Handyman, Christmas Lights, and that was smooth as butter. For whatever reason, it took Joe about 4 times of asking Jeff before he finally figured out exactly what it was.
Maybe I open up under the cabinet and there's a guy's body.
Yeah. maybe like a murderer hires a handyman.
And they were already working really hard at getting ideas. And none of those ideas were really used at all.
I was just telling you that so that you maybe incorporate some of that.
Here's our idea, and like we can warp them together completely in the story. Okay, here, we're gonna tell our story. Okay.
Even though there was more of us than there was of them, the producer came home and we got shot down big time.
They have this idea. I mean, it was cute. It was a cute idea, but I think Jeff and I really were onto something.
So I told Steven that I didn't like any of his ideas. And
so anyways, we threw out our ideas and we all started brainstorming. It took us probably an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
by 10 o'clock we had kind of fleshed out idea of what you actually see in the movie.
That was just like the most hectic like 2 hours coming up with like an idea for a script.
The wolf swallows the grandma and the Axeman is like the handyman.
He has these dreams or something, and he like sees his house.
I think having an old lady as a gruesome murderer is horror.
I don't even know how we got on the whole old lady is actually the killer and the handyman's not. I don't even know how that came about. I'm sure we have footage of it.
So then we have Jeff sit down, he starts typing. It was really hard for us to like tell him like in fluid speech what the story was. So we were just kind of rambling and he's trying to type and then he just stopped.
Okay, hold up. I'm still back where he's just leaving with the van because we never specified what's next. We just kind of kept talking and kept rattling stuff off. What's after he gets into that? We go back to the flashback?
He's arriving and they're...
I think Jeff may kill us all.
I'm sorry, what?
And there was like all this dirt in the basement. Had no idea how it got down here because my feeble mind just spaced out and forgot that they were apparently hauling buckets and buckets and buckets of dirt into the basement.
I single-handedly brought down about 3.5 bucketfuls of dirt into Steven's basement.
We started doing Ray's apartment, which ended up being completely deleted from the entire movie. And I'm actually proud of that apartment. That apartment looked really cool. We took Steven's really crowded, unused kitchen from the second story and like moved everything around, took out old cupboards that weren't there, brought in a whole bunch of like just tools and random props, and that thing actually looked like a really, really nice apartment. I mean, or well, no, it actually looked like an apartment. It didn't look like a nice apartment, that was the point.
He puts paint on the wall, he moves stuff around, covers up a doorway. Anyways, it turns into this really creepy apartment. We filmed that whole scene, we got a lot of that footage, and then after we're editing, we realized we really don't like that scene, so we cut that scene out.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place.
So somehow I got roped into being the killer of the old lady. First off, we filmed her just screaming and like just her reacting if she were to be choked. It was about 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock, somewhere in there. I'm sure that the neighbors heard her screaming, and these were like not just like they were like blood-curdling screams. She's a very good actress, or actor, if Steven was to be here.
Lots of potential. And as you saw, first floor bathroom was just recently remodeled, and the kitchen just needs a little bit of work to bring it up to snuff. I mean, it's a great place.
So on the last day of filming, we realized we actually had to refilm the whole scene with the couple coming down the basement, or coming down the front hall steps with the realtor, because it turned out there's some weird paranormal activity in Steven's front hallway, and the light switches, if you turn on either of the chandeliers, makes a buzzing sound in the microphone. So we're gonna refilm that whole thing.
We get done with the whole film, and we've got plenty of time. So a couple guys are outside playing catch.
Yeah.
So you didn't restart the computer?
Exactly. I don't know. He didn't have to restart it. That's what.
Well, wherever the info is. There's a form that asks about the information of the show, and on it, it asks for the exact running time.
Yeah. You know where you're going?
Yeah.
This
Is it faster to get on John Nolan than take it all the way around?
Yeah.
That's the fastest way to get.
Go to the Capitol, and then you have to go past the Capitol on Washington, and it's on the right.
You just stay on John Nolan, and then it turns to the right, and that goes turns.
It'll creep up on it.
Should we print out a map just to be safe or not? I mean, we have a couple minutes.
I don't think you need to though, because I mean honestly, you just got to take just take John Nolan to Washington, take a right. It's going to be there. If you.
So we were actually fairly well ahead, probably like good like half hour, 45 minutes, hour maybe ahead of schedule.
And they were going to do the credits. They were going to do all the special effects, the music, and we go outside and Joe's like, "Hey, let's play catch." So we go outside and we get Steven's glove and we start playing catch, because the whole movie is supposed to be done by now.
And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but just one thing after another, and all of a sudden, it's now 6:30 and it's the time we wanted to leave to go up there and drop it off.
Got principal footage done like 5 o'clock on Saturday. And that basically led to what I view as, what was that story about the tortoise and the hare? Where the tortoise was running really fast and then he rests and has like the lemonade.
We go in there, we start recording the credits to it, and during that time something got crazy. There's nothing there.
That's when we found out that the tape actually wasn't rendering out, or wasn't copying out to the DV tape properly, and it was missing audio tracks. So we had to quickly go back and we had to quickly put that back into it. So now it's about 10 to 7. And the thing's due at 7:30.
The computer decides, you know, guys, I've really been working hard. I'm gonna quit.
The next thing you know, all of a sudden, After Effects crashes and Premiere crashes, and it doesn't save it. So we have to go back and recreate it. Stuff we've been working on for like the past hour and a half. Recreate it quickly, and then export it out.
I don't view us as a tortoise. I view us as.
What the hell happened to this commentary?
3 minutes and 1 second. 57. 50.
I'll tell TJ what we're planning.
Well, it's 6:55 now, and I can make it there in half an hour.
We're just exporting it, and the movie's 7 minutes long. So by the time we actually exported it out, it was already just after 7 o'clock.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Stick it up on, just stand in the doorway.
And then all I remember is a whirlwind of Steven running out of the house and diving into TJ's vehicle.
Go, go, go!
Dan, get in!
Go, go!
And taking off down the street with it. And